Ooh. Yeah, that might be part of the problem. This is why you don't park your mowers outside, or if you do, put a mothballs all over it, because they actually do help. So yeah, let's get, this is like the shape of the cover. That's hysterical. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new, and if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. So here is my 99 SeaDoo. If you're following the channel, you would have seen the last time that this appeared in a video, I had taken on a lot of water. One of you guys, Jose Ortiz, sorry if I pronounced it wrong, hopefully I didn't, you mentioned the drive shaft seal. Now, drive shaft seal is kind of like this carbon ring, these O-rings right here on this metal piece, and this boot in this location. So I said I was going to look into it. I did look into it, and here's what I found out. I did replace the carbon wear ring and the metal flange here with the seals and new C-clip. The one thing I did not change was the rubber boots. Now, I was unaware of this when I did change the carbon wear ring or the carbon ring, that the boot can become kind of compressed over the years, and the boot actually helps seal this location. And when I shoved the hose up the jet drive, like just shoved it up in there to force water up the drive shaft, water was making its way through here. Now, it was only seeping a little bit, but when this thing's rotating at like 5,000 to 7,000 RPMs, this was kind of coming back and letting more water in than it should ever, and it shouldn't really let any water in. So today's mission, I ordered a whole new kit because the only way to get a new boot was to order the whole kit with it, unless you probably could just get the shaft boot now, but I just reordered the whole kit. Might as well, this way I have spare parts, but we're gonna replace the boot in today's mission. First thing we gotta do is undo the VTS and the steering shaft, and then we're going to unbolt that bolt, that one, and that one to remove the whole jet drive from the back end of the unit. And then we got to undo some things in here to remove the drive shaft. But first, let's get the jet drive off. Okay, so as you guys can see, sorry I'm like holding it up to my forehead, so if I'm holding it wrong, I apologize now. But as you can see, they're pretty much two different lengths. The new one is much longer, which means this one, the old one, got compressed after X amount of time, which means it was not pushing the carbon ring fully up against the flange, this guy, as you saw me taking it off. So it was actually fairly easy to take off. Because all you gotta do is push this all back to get the clip. But now it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to put back on because the compression rate is going to be a lot tighter. Now, something I wanna do is check the new carbon ring compared to the old one. Even though the old one is new, might just replace it just to be safe, or hang on to it. So we can kind of take a look at them here. Now I'm gonna say the new carbon ring is still fine, or the old one is still fine, and we will save the old one for a rainy day. like I said, I replaced all this stuff already. The one thing I did not replace was the boot. So the O-rings in here are still brand new, basically. Sorry, I'm like trying to hold things to my forehead, but I'm also trying to like look at it so you guys can see everything. So you know what we gotta do with this boot right here? I'll show you what we gotta do with it. That's what we're gonna do with it. We're gonna go outside with it. We're gonna go outside, and we're just gonna go boop. Okay, maybe not that. Just kidding. Come here, boot. We're gonna give this boot the boot. So now, take the drive shaft, this guy, and you shove it back in the hole. So you line it up there, and you're gonna have to try and spin it so it actually goes back into the motor. All the way. I think that is all the way. Okay. Wait. Forgot a couple things. So before we do that, we got to put this on, and we got to put that on. If you have long arms, that definitely helps, because one arm is going to reach around while the other one makes sure everything gets lined up. And then once you do that, you shove it all in. Then we get all this sorted. Alright, so as you can see, it's all back together. Just tying down this hose clamp right here. The new carbon ring is, or well, the old new carbon ring is back on with the new boot. It still has a little play in it, but it's a lot tighter against the flange. I'm not able to move it back as easily, which should definitely help with the water issue. Hopefully, it should. Otherwise, we're gonna take this thing back on the water. However, that will be another video because I plan on taking it on the river this time. So less waves, and we're gonna be able to get a top speed run in and see how fast it can go and if there are any carburetor issues with it. So again, stay tuned for that video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Jet pump and everything is back together down here. You don't want to over snug those bolts because it is kind of like plastic resin down there. So just snug them up where it's not like you're cranking on it, but just enough. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a dislike, but let me know what I can improve on for next video. And as always, I will catch you guys later. Bye.